Hey guys, welcome back to News Science, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. And today we're going to be talking about Thor, Love and Thunder, and how that movie is going to be taking place before Guardians 3. It's been confirmed. And just to keep in mind, I want to go ahead and address this movie and talk about some of my theories, and that's pretty much it. And my thoughts on the idea of getting a female Thor. So, I'll have more about that right after the intro. Hey guys, thank you all so much for joining me again. And Comic-Con just happened over the weekend. We got a bunch of exciting news, specifically the Marvel movies, and that's what you're here for. We have a bunch of announcements, and I'm going to go ahead and address all those movies throughout this week, and we're going to be talking about it and pretty much talking about my theories and talking about and asking you guys what are your theories and thoughts on these movies and what do you think is going to happen and where should these movies take place. So we're going to have a lot of fun. So today I want to address Thor, Love and Thunder. You gotta love that image and that title right there. It looks really retro. It looks really 1980s Dungeons and Dragons style, like really cool. I really love the look of it. And the idea that Natalie Portman is coming back to reprise the role as Jane Foster is awesome, which I thought wasn't gonna happen because as far as I know, she didn't want to play the role anymore. I think she felt kind of left out and like not having a significant role in those movies. And you know what? When she left, a lot of people didn't really care that she left and didn't really think much of it. Like, whatever, she can be recasted and whatever. And it looks like they worked up a deal and managed to get her back for continuity's sakes. And I'm glad. And honestly, I do have a crush on Natalie Portman. But anyways, aside from that, I'm actually happy for her. And there's been a little bit of backlash regarding her getting the role of Thor, and people are just, I guess to me, some people are just not aware that we've had a female Thor in the comics of recent times. Albeit it didn't do well, it wasn't it wasn't, people weren't receptive to the idea of Thor being a female, and her comic series didn't last too long. I mean, she ended up dying of cancer, but this is cool. I mean, Marvel is doing this, and Marvel is getting accused of being all woke about it. So that is a topic for another video. So let's go ahead and address the article that speaks about Thor, Love and Thunder, and this is going from superherohype.com, and it says, so news of the fourth Thor film broke several days before it was officially announced at Comic-Con, but now that it finally has a title and a release date, we have a lot of questions about Thor, Love and Thunder. Some viewers are undoubtedly wondering where the movie will fit in the MCU, so that's another thing that I wanted to address. And we have an answer thanks to James Gunn, who is returning to direct the next Guardians film, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And James Gunn gave us an answer. So via comicbook.com, Twitter at Bradlock0 took a screen cap of the exchange Gunn had with a fan on Instagram. The fan asked if Love and Thunder will take place before or after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, to which Gunn responded with, the answer is before. So, yep, you heard it here, folks. The movie's going to be taking place before Guardians 3, which I guess can make a lot of sense because Thor took off with the Guardians last seen in Avengers Endgame right at the end of the film. So moving on with the article. Technically, this isn't all surprising. Love and Thunder is obviously going to hit theaters before Guardians 3, which doesn't even have a release date. Regardless, it's a question that's worth asking, as the films of the MCU aren't always released in chronological order. Case in point, next year's Black Widow is set between Captain America Civil War and Avengers Infinity War, plus Iron Man 2 took place before the events of the Incredible Hulk. And another example, Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s, which took place before all these movies that came out. Same thing with Captain America, the First Avenger. Since Thor left Earth with the Guardians at the end of Avengers Endgame, just like I mentioned earlier, this also opens up the possibility of Star-Lord and the gang to show up in Love and Thunder. Time will tell if this turns out to be the case, but for now, it sounds like we won't be seeing the Cosmic Misfits again until Marvel solidifies its plan to Phase 5 of the MCU. But would you guys have preferred for Thor, Love and Thunder to be released after Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or before Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? So you let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's everything that I wanted to address. It's really interesting that we're going to be getting a fourth. Speaking of thunder, It's really interesting that we're going to be getting a fourth Thor movie. I mean, that is, it'll be the first Marvel film to have a fourth film. All these Marvel films in Marvel Studios, you know, are well known for having only a trilogy and then appearances in other films like Avengers or other characters' films. But this will be the first film or the first franchise to get a fourth film. And it probably won't be the last, because I see Spider-Man getting more than 4 films. I mean, that character has a well-known rogues gallery, has bigger stories to tell, and overall it's just a very popular character. And that too is another story for another time, and I'll be posting theories about that as well, as far as where Spider-Man will be going in the MCU moving forward. So the fact that Thor to be the first film to be getting a fourth movie is awesome, and it's something completely different. We're going to be getting a female Thor, and I honestly don't think it's like a woke move of Marvel. Like, you can call it whatever you like, but I think I see this as a win, and it's a win for everybody. We're all going to be getting what we want. Now, my only theory is that how will Jane Foster possess the power of Thor? How will she, you know, acquire the powers? Will Thor himself, Chris Hemsworth, give up the powers willingly to Jane Foster, and will he transition to the unworthy Thor? What will Thor do that makes him unworthy in the film? Or will Thor still remain Thor, like he does in the comics, but unworthy of Mjolnir, because he's currently wielding both hammers, the Mjolnir from the past, and of course the new Stormbreaker. So what will happen? You let me know about your thoughts on that idea. And with all that being said, guys, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Did you really enjoy the announcements of Comic-Con from Marvel's Hall H panel? You let me know your thoughts, guys. And as always, guys, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And one last thing before I say I'll see you all on the next comic panel, I just want to say that I will be addressing all these announcements throughout this week. So stay tuned for that, because I have questions, theories, and I want you guys to share your thoughts once again. And with all that being said, guys, I will see you all in the next comic panel.